Hello everybody, this is lukemick here, and this is my review for Prisoners. So Prisoners stars Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Paul Dano, and Terrence Howard, along with a slew of other very talented actors and actresses. Did I say that right? Because I've been trying this for a long time and I can't say it. Anyways, the movie is about the abduction of two little girls. Now, Jake Gyllenhaal plays the detective who is assigned to find these girls, and I think it really means a lot to him to find them because he's never not solved a case, so I think he's really motivated to find them, and obviously he wants to do good for the families, which consist of Hugh Jackman as the father of one of the daughters, who is just a really rough man who just seems very troubled, and he is not taking the abduction very well, along with his wife, Maria Bello. I don't really know how to pronounce her name, but she's not taking the abduction well either, and, yeah, it's not going too well. So, I thought the story was very, very, very good. It's something that, it's very real. It's something that really does happen, and it was really kind of emotional to watch. It was just very powerful. You know what I mean? Like, I really felt invested in the story. It felt like I was there watching it. A lot of the times I was on the edge of my seat, and it was really intense, and I thought the story was just great. There were a bunch of different twists and turns along the way that I really didn't see coming. It just wasn't very predictable, and I really did love the story. And a lot of this sort of being involved with the movie, like feeling like you're there and sitting on the edge of your seat, also has to do a lot with the performances. Jake Gyllenhaal as a detective is just great. It could be Oscar worthy. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, Donnie Darko is one of my favorite movies, but I think he's really good in this movie. One of the best performances I think I've ever seen from him. Hugh Jackman, my goodness, this guy, I would nominate him for an Oscar for Best Actor this year. He was so good as the just very broken and troubled father and man in this movie. He really would do anything to save his daughter, and you could just see it in his eyes in every scene. His performance was just great. And the other one that I'm going to mention is Paul Dano, who I don't think has ever been nominated for an Oscar, and I think he's a pretty good actor. He plays this sort of meek, very quiet sociopath, you could say. Maybe he's not a sociopath, I'm just using that word, because he's just a really awkward guy, and he's the one that's accused of kidnapping the daughters, and he just gives such a good performance, and you can never believe him if he's lying or not. It was just really entertaining to watch, especially him and Hugh Jackman. It was pretty intense. So all the performances here, they're not good. They're superb, and I mean everybody, all the supporting cast, everybody in the movie is so good. And if I were the one nominating people for Oscars, I would nominate every one of them for an Oscar, because everybody, I mean everyone, is just amazing. This movie creates a very dark and dreary tone thanks to the cinematography and the direction. This is definitely one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen, and the great cinematography really added to that. It's always just very dreary and moody out. It's always either raining or snowing, not slowing. It just seems like a very cold-hearted movie with the cinematography, and it's directed so well. You get these nice the shots, the angles are just perfect. They look nice. A lot of them are longer, and it's just directed so well, and the cinematography is just great. And like I said, I was always on like the edge of my seat in this movie. Like I felt I was leaning in a lot, and I felt so invested into the movie. It's about 2.5 hours long, which can be long, but it didn't feel long because it needed to be able to flesh out. You needed all the other things to sort of happen. You needed to start to really care for the characters. So I think the time really was just perfect. This is definitely one of the best movies I've seen all year. I mean, you get all the great performances, a very unpredictable and pretty original story with the just great direction and great cinematography. Definitely, definitely, definitely check it out. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. Prisoners is definitely one of the best movies I have seen all year. So, this is lukemick signing off. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.